Well, welcome, Jeroen, to the GEM event today. We're very excited to have you here. Maybe you can start off by introducing yourself and your role within your organization.
Sure. Well, my name is Jeroen Blum. I'm the Deputy Director of Shell Foundation in the Netherlands, to be precise. Shell Foundation is, as the name reveals, a corporate foundation closely linked to Shell, the oil company, but in its activities completely independent from that. We've been created 10 years ago to establish enterprise-based solutions to the issues in development space around poverty and the environment. And we see enterprise-based approaches as scalable, sustainable business models, which actually allow you to invest in setting up or incubating businesses that in due course can continue to be standalone, financially sustainable, and not depend on grant money after its initial phase, startup phase.
Great. And could you describe some of the inclusive business activities that Shell Foundation does?
Well, we have a very focused approach around certain issues that we've identified. There are two that I'd like to mention that I think make a difference. First of all, one of the programs that we are really working on is with regard to the problem of indoor air pollution, which is a substantial ecological killer and a silent killer in the kitchen for about 1.6 million people yearly. It's 3 billion people affected globally, and what we have done is we have established an entity that tries to solve the impact of indoor air pollution by providing a commercial improved cook stove, clean cook stove. We're rolling that out currently in India, and we have sold up to 100,000 of such stoves in a very business-like approach. Another example I could give is our program Aspire, where we're working with Growfin. Growfin is a fund manager addressing the issue of access to finance for small medium enterprises in the African continent. We have seeded funding to establish that fund manager and have invested over time roughly $20 million to build up an intermediary that now manages roughly $300 million assets under management, with investors like IFC, FMO, CDC, the big development corporations, and it's all aimed at providing both finance and business development assistance. We think that combination is of utmost importance to help grow small medium enterprises into more sustainable businesses.
Great. And what are some of the challenges that you are facing in your business?
Well, I would say the big challenge we're facing is obviously scale up, because as I said, we believe sustainable and scalable business models to be very important for our approach. But actually at the tipping point where we have developed or incubated internally an intermediary or a company or any kind of entity that rolls out a program, our strategic partner, at a certain point in time, there is not enough funding within Shell Foundation to actually reach scale up, and we will have to attract other investors, usually more investors more oriented towards also achieving a financial return, not just a social return that we're after. And I think that's the biggest challenge we're facing, trying to lock in socially responsible investors, pension funds, development agencies, World Banks, IFC, that kind of partners. I think that's by far the biggest challenge.
Okay. And what does the future look like for you? What is the 5 or 10 year strategy?
Well, it's a good question, because to an extent I don't know, obviously, because the model that we're using really asks from us that we start at a very small scale with these new business ideas, then we grow them, and at a certain point where we've reached scale, we also have them spun out of the Shell Foundation, a point where we don't support the programs anymore. So that requires us to constantly create new programs. Just a few ideas that are going around right now is we're actively engaged in building a new program around leadership in Africa, where we will try and establish a program for fellows that will be trained to become future leaders of Africa, but also in a very business-like way. It's not like a business school, but we'll do that in a business-like way. And the second topic we're looking at is enterprise-based solutions to climate change, which can range from looking at how to work sustainably on land banks, biodiversity, but also looking into efficient energy solutions, last mile solution for energy efficient products to the poorest of the poor. Very, very wide range of things that we're currently looking on. Biofuels, the experience we've built in our supply chain programs, we could maybe transpose to biofuels. So there is a lot to look after for the next 5 to 10 years.
Great, good to hear. And finally, how can policymakers, donors, or other people support you in your work?
Yeah. Well, I think, as I said, scale-up is very important. And for scale-up, I would say one of the very important elements is a sound investment climate. And by that I mean creating opportunities for maybe less risk taking companies or entities to be allowed to take potentially tax cuts, or also, if you look at business models, opportunities to get rid of trade barriers and market entry barriers like import tariffs and stuff like that. I think that's really important. That's where I think government and policymakers can really help the private sector build sustainable business models.
Okay, great to hear. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we're really excited to have you here.
Most welcome. Looking forward to this event.
Great.